Hi everybody, hi every spirit, welcome once again to my YouTube channel, Esoteric Cloud Surfer here on Esosu Gaming, ready to finalize the project, the event where we are reacting to all new Pokémons and new forms from Generation 9. Thank you very much for being here, your support is greatly appreciated. I wish you the best thoughts, ideas, feelings and emotions, a whole bunch of individuality, creativity and responsibility as well. Go on and check the two other videos where we are reacting to the new Pokémons as well, and that will be immensely appreciated. So, the first Pokémon of today is Greavard, right? So I really like Greavard. It's a great design. I actually didn't use it in my playthrough, in my gameplay. I didn't use it yet competitively as well. Catch me live on Twitch playing some Pokemon Scarlet and Violet online matches, right? But I really like the concept. I really like he looks like he doesn't look. He really has a candle on it. Great design. I really like it. It's a great ghost type as well. It's a doggo. Everybody likes doggos, and everybody that had a dog eventually had to experience the dog passing away as well. So it's also a good way to kind of warm up those hearts, right? Next we have its evolution, Houndstone. Now here, like I like the design. It's not like it's inherently bad, but I think they could have done better. They could have given more personality to it. You know, it's basically just a skeleton with a lot of fur, which it's kind of weird to think about it, but it's true. Maybe a bit more purple, some things like in the skeleton, some marks or something to give more personality. The idea is very good on this one, but I don't like the final outcome. Next, Flamigo. I mean, it's literally a flamengo, so it looks funny, but it doesn't go past than that. It's funny, it's not great, you know, it's not awesome, it's just funny, it's cool, not great. Then Cetoddle, one of my favorites. Cetoddle is so cool. And also, when you are exploring Glaciado Mountain, it's so cool to hear the cries and the sounds of the little Cetoddles. Really makes the environment more heartwarming, makes that whole icy mountain more alive and cute. I really like, great design. And then Cetitan, great design as well. Looks awesome, looks big, looks powerful. Then it has that white from the ice type, but then has those pink parts as well, really giving a distinctive look. Like, you look at it and you know, oh, this is an ice type, but it has something to it that is not necessarily characteristic of ice types, so it gives it a super unique look, and I love Cetitan. Could be a bit more sophisticated, could be a bit more pretty per se, but I like it. Moving on, King Gambit. I was about to say Discord, but not Discord. B-Sharp's evolution. For me, bro, they did really well, because it still looks like it came from a B-Sharp, but also looks a completely different Pokemon, and it looks awesome. It looks like B-Sharp got more mature, more wise, because B-Sharp is all about controlling a group, controlling a gang, and King Gambit here, he's that, but on a higher scale, on a higher power. You know what I'm saying? And he looks awesome. He sits on its air, and then when he bows, right, he cuts through as well. It's a great topic and thematic, and it looks awesome, bro. It looks respectable, and it looks like a great leader. Then we have Veluza. Veluza is nice. Veluza is nice. It doesn't look bad at all, but also it's not very special, you know. Super annoying when you are out exploring the wilds and they just run after you, right? That's super annoying, that's true. But other than that, I have no complaints, but I also have no like celebrations and wow, this Pokemon is great, which is something that a lot of these new Pokemons are affecting me. It's like, there is not really bad designs, maybe one or two bad designs, but there is also not a lot of great designs. Like if I go to Generation 4 or Generation 2, there is a lot of Pokemon that I really like. Here, no, there is not a lot of Pokemon that I really like, but there is a lot of Pokemon that I like. You know what I'm saying? I like. You know what I'm saying? Then, the Donzo, great design actually, but I'm kind of mad, I'm kind of frustrated because competitively, the Donzo and Tatsugiri are super strong and super annoying to deal with, but it's a great design. Many people wish that this was Wishcast evolution, right, from the third generation, but I like it being its own thing, not being Wishcash evolution, because even though they kind of come from the same concept like catfish Pokemon, it's a different type of catfish, it's a different species, because Wishcash is water and ground, so he comes from more muddy places, shallow waters, not as clean waters, and the Donzo comes from a big ass lake, that's why he's bigger and has clean colors, and it's not a ground type, right? So it's a different environmental aspect, but not enough to make a regional variant, if you know what I'm saying. Tatsugiri, bro, actually, many people don't like Tatsugiri. I love Tatsugiri. Such a great design. When I saw it for the first time, I was like, wow, this is a great design actually. I really like this dude over here. Cute, little, but with attitude. You can see on its look, it has a lot of attitude, and I really like it. Moving on. Frigivax, right? Frigivax is interesting. It's cool, but it's weird at the same time. But because it's cute and small, and it's the start or the first form of an evolution line with plus 2 members, I think we can give it some credit and accept it as a good design. Because then, its evolution is actually pretty cool, right? And its final evolution is awesome. It looks too much like a Duraludon, right? It really looks like a Duraludon. I think they could have made it less vertical, less like straight. It's also kind of like squarish or rectangular like, right? I think they should make it a bit more curve like, but I really like the concept of him like sliding with his head on the floor and then stabbing the enemy with the axe on its back. So great concept. Ice and Dragon, a great like typing, not competitively, but in terms of design and giving that look, that status to a Pokemon. Dragon and Ice is really cool, and I really love those red things on its hands. Moving on, we have Gimmighoul chest form and Gimmighoul roaming form. Gimmighoul is great. I really like the name Gimmighoul. It's like give me gold, gimme, but then goal as in a ghoul, as in a monster or a zombie or a ghost in this case, because it really is a ghost type. And then it's very iconic because you can find it throughout the whole Paldea region and you collect its coins, right? And then, once you collect enough of them, you can evolve it into Goldengo. Bro, Goldengo is it's kind of a bad design, but it looks great just because it's made of gold, right? It's kind of weird, it kind of doesn't really make sense, but once again, it's we can give it some credit because it's a ghost type. And ghost type Pokemon normally have weirder, more far-fetched designs, right? So Goldengo for me, even though perhaps the weirdest design, it's for me one of the best Pokemon in this region as well. Moving on, we have one of the 4 Ruinic Pokemons, 4 Pokemon of Ruin. Woncho? I'm not sure, but I love this design, bro. Like, the dark spirits of dead leaves came together and they had this really dark desire, and that's why they are together. I really liked this design, but Chien-Pao is the best for me. Actually, Chien-Pao and the other one that we'll talk about in a second are the best ones for me, but I really like Chien-Pao. I really like this like snow leopard with 2 like fangs, 2 swords, 2 daggers, as its teeth were resembling a tooth saber tiger, or saber tooth cat. I love it. I also like ice types. Is my second favorite type as well, so I really like this one. Then this one is like, I don't like it, bro. Maybe if like the thing on top of his head was a bit smaller, I would enjoy it, but I don't like it. It's too much. The thing on its head takes too much away from the Pokemon itself, right? I like the concept of its origin though, but then we have the boy. I love this boy. I forgot his name, but I love this boy because it's a goldfish, a little goldfish that perhaps many of you had as a child. I did, but it's fire and dark, and it brings this hot aura that burns everything around it, and it looks cute, cool, and powerful at the same time. I love it. Then we go to Koraidon. Now Koraidon is great. Koraidon is great. I love Koraidon. I love the fact that he can transform his body to adapt like flying, climbing, or running. I don't really like how he has the wheels but then doesn't use it. He kind of just runs, and he looks a bit over exaggerated. If it wasn't that wheel in the middle of its chest, I think he would look way better. But actually, in Miraidon's case, it looks great, because Miraidon lacks some of the elements that Koraidon has. Miraidon looks, it's a bit perhaps too slim, doesn't have a lot of detail, so that extra volume, that extra thing to pay attention to on its chest actually compels you more to look at it and enjoy it. And I prefer Miraidon as well. I played Pokemon Violet. I find Miraidon more sophisticated, more sleek. It hits right in the spot, and it's dragon and electric. I love it. And that's all for today, guys. I will react in a separate video to the Paradox forums. Tell me what you think in the comments down below about the new Pokemons. I love, like, when I think in general about the Generation 9 Pokemons, all the new ones, in general, I love it. I think they brought great Pokemons. They brought some shady, ugly ones like Spidops and the Dunsparce evolution, right? But in general, I think they really brought us some great new Pokemons, some great new forms as well. The Clodsire, right? But I love Paldean Water Taurus and Paldean Fire Taurus, and it just makes me feel really good and really happy about how creative they were without being too far-fetched, because in some cases, in some generations, they were a bit too far-fetched or not far-fetched enough and made some really simplistic Pokemon. But in this case, I think they were very creative. They had this free creative way, or a free creative mindset, and really shows that we have a lot of diversity in the designs. We have some not so bad, because they are funny designs like Wiglet and Wugtrio, right? They are kind of bad designs, but they look funny, they look exciting, you know what I'm saying? And that's actually kind of out of the Paleo region, inspired in Spain and Portugal. I live in Portugal and I've went to Spain many times, so it really has that more exciting vibe by nature. Alright, so I really like these new Pokemons in general, and tell me in the comments down below which ones are your favorite. If you enjoyed the video, press the like button, and as a Cloud Surfer, seeing you soon. Goodbye.